Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. Today, we've reached category 131, Education and Study, Phrasal Verbs to level up your academic English. In this lesson, we'll explore essential phrasal verbs that will help you talk about learning, studying, and academic progress. Let's dive in. First up is catch up on. This means to do something that you've missed or fallen behind on. For example, I need to catch up on my reading before the exam. It's great for talking about deadlines and unfinished tasks. Next, we have go over. This means to review or check something carefully. For example, let's go over the notes one more time before the test. It's a must-know verb for studying and exam preparation. Then we have brush up on. This means to improve your knowledge or skills that you haven't used in a while. For instance, I need to brush up on my math skills before the interview. It's perfect for situations where you need to refresh old knowledge. Now let's look at write down. This means to record information on paper or a digital device. For example, make sure to write down the main ideas from the lecture. It's essential for taking notes and retaining information. Another useful phrasal verb is pick up. This means to learn something quickly or naturally. For instance, he picked up Spanish just by living in Spain for a year. It's a great way to talk about informal learning or natural absorption of knowledge. Next up is drop out. This means to leave a course, school, or program before finishing it. For example, he dropped out of college to start his own business. It's often used in discussions about education paths and life choices. Then we have hand in. This means to submit a task, assignment, or document. For instance, don't forget to hand in your essay by Friday. It's essential for talking about deadlines, schoolwork, and job applications. Another key phrase is keep up with. This means to stay at the same level or pace as others. For example, it's hard to keep up with all the assignments this semester. It's great for talking about workload and staying on track. Now, let's explore fall behind. This means to fail to stay on schedule or to be slower than expected. For instance, I fell behind on my homework after being sick for a week. It's the opposite of keep up with, and often involves catching up later. Next, we have take up. This means to start a new activity or subject. For example, she's decided to take up French this semester. It's useful for talking about hobbies, classes, or new skills. Another common verb is look up. This means to search for information, often in a book, online, or in a dictionary. For instance, if you don't know a word, just look it up in the dictionary. It's essential for independent learning and research. Then we have work out. This means to solve a problem or figure out an answer. For example, I'm still trying to work out the answer to this math problem. It's a useful verb for logical thinking and problem solving. Next is break down. This means to separate something into smaller parts to understand it better. For instance, let's break down this equation step by step. It's useful for explaining complex concepts in simple terms. Another key verb is fill in. This means to complete missing information in a form, blank, or document. For example, please fill in the blanks on this worksheet. It's a common verb used in exams, applications, and forms. Finally, we have figure out. This means to understand something or find a solution. For instance, it took me hours to figure out how to use the new software. It's essential for problem solving and independent learning. And that's it for category 131, Education and Study, Phrasal Verbs to level up your academic English. These phrasal verbs will help you talk about studying, learning, and academic growth with confidence. This was category 131 of our course. Stay motivated, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.